In a world where the threat of nuclear war looms over humanity, the question of which nation is the safest in such a scenario becomes increasingly important. The consequences of nuclear war are catastrophic, with devastating impacts on human life, the environment, and global stability. It is crucial to understand the implications and preparedness measures taken by different nations to ensure the safety and survival of their populations. Nuclear war represents a grave threat that has the potential to unleash unimaginable destruction. The devastation caused by the detonation of nuclear weapons includes not only immediate casualties but also long-lasting environmental and health effects. Understanding the nature and impact of nuclear war is paramount in comprehending the significance of safety measures and preparedness. Different nations employ various safety measures to mitigate the effects of nuclear war. Factors such as geographic location, advanced warning systems, diplomatic relations, and defense capabilities play a crucial role in determining a nation's level of safety. Evaluating and comparing the safety measures implemented by different countries provides valuable insights into which nation offers the highest level of protection to its citizens. To be considered the safest nation in case of a nuclear war, certain features and characteristics must be present. These include robust infrastructure capable of withstanding the impact of a nuclear attack, effective emergency response systems, comprehensive evacuation plans, and advanced technology for radiation detection and monitoring. The ability to quickly and efficiently respond to a nuclear threat is essential in safeguarding the population and minimizing the potential for casualties. In conclusion, the question of which nation is the safest in case of a nuclear war requires a comprehensive evaluation of various factors. Understanding the nature and impact of nuclear war, evaluating safety measures implemented by different nations, and identifying the features that contribute to a nation's safety are crucial steps in ensuring the survival and well-being of individuals and communities. By exploring these aspects, we can gain valuable insights into how to better prepare ourselves and our nations for the unpredictable and devastating consequences of nuclear war. Understanding nuclear war and its impact. The threat of nuclear war casts a dark shadow over the world, making it imperative to understand the nature of this catastrophic event and its profound impact on humanity. A nuclear war has the potential to cause unparalleled devastation, leading to significant loss of life, long-lasting environmental consequences, and severe socio-political disruptions. Nuclear war involves the use of nuclear weapons, which possess immense destructive power. The detonation of these weapons releases an enormous amount of energy in the form of a nuclear explosion. The immediate impact includes the destruction of infrastructure, mass casualties, and the spread of radioactive fallout over vast areas. The consequences of nuclear war extend far beyond the initial explosion. The release of radioactive materials into the atmosphere contaminates the air, water, and soil, leading to long-term health hazards. The effects can be felt for decades, causing cancer, genetic mutations, and other serious illnesses. The environmental impact is equally significant, with the destruction of ecosystems and disruption of the global climate. The socio-political ramifications of nuclear war are profound. It can trigger political instability, strained international relations, and conflicts over resources. The fear and uncertainty generated by the threat of nuclear war permeates society, affecting mental health and overall well-being. Understanding the impact of nuclear war is crucial in comprehending the need for safety measures and preparedness. It highlights the urgency of disarmament efforts, diplomatic negotiations, and the strengthening of international alliances to prevent the outbreak of nuclear conflict. Additionally, it underscores the importance of investing in peacebuilding initiatives and fostering global cooperation to mitigate the risks associated with nuclear weapons. In conclusion, comprehending the nature and impact of nuclear war is essential in assessing the safety and preparedness of nations. The catastrophic consequences of such a conflict necessitate concerted efforts to prevent its occurrence. By understanding the immense destruction and long-lasting ramifications of nuclear war, we can work towards a safer world, one that prioritizes peace, diplomacy, and international cooperation. Features of the safest nation in case of nuclear war. When considering which nation would be the safest in the event of a nuclear war, certain features and characteristics come into play. These features contribute to the level of preparedness and the ability to protect its citizens during such a catastrophic event. One crucial feature of the safest nation is a robust infrastructure capable of withstanding the impact of a nuclear attack. This includes well-constructed buildings, bridges, and critical infrastructure that can endure the forces unleashed by a nuclear explosion. Strengthened structures can provide a higher level of protection for the population and minimize casualties. An effective emergency response system is another key feature. The safest nation should have a well-coordinated and efficient system in place to respond swiftly to a nuclear threat. This includes advanced warning systems, emergency communication networks, and well-trained emergency personnel capable of handling the complex challenges posed by a nuclear war scenario. Comprehensive evacuation plans are also essential. The safest nation should have well-designed and well-rehearsed evacuation strategies in place to relocate citizens from high-risk areas to safer zones. Evacuation plans should consider factors such as transportation routes, shelter locations, and the provision of necessary resources for evacuees. Advanced technology for radiation detection and monitoring is another critical feature. The safest nation should have state-of-the-art equipment and systems to detect and monitor radiation levels accurately. This enables prompt and effective responses, allowing for the identification of safe zones and the implementation of necessary safety measures to protect the population. The features of the safest nation in case of a nuclear war revolve around robust infrastructure, effective emergency response systems, comprehensive evacuation plans, and advanced technology for radiation detection and monitoring. These features collectively contribute to the safety and well-being of the population, ensuring a higher level of preparedness and protection in the face of a nuclear war. Fallout shelters, the key to survival. In the event of a nuclear war, one of the crucial factors determining the safety of a nation is the availability and effectiveness of fallout shelters. Fallout shelters serve as key structures designed to provide protection from the harmful effects of nuclear radiation and fallout, offering a lifeline for survival in the aftermath of a nuclear attack. Fallout shelters are designed to shield individuals from the intense radiation emitted by nuclear explosions. These shelters are typically constructed with materials that can absorb and block radiation, such as thick concrete or steel. The design and location of the shelter are essential to ensure maximum protection. Ventilation systems play a critical role in fallout shelters. They provide a supply of fresh air while filtering out radioactive particles and contaminants. Proper ventilation helps maintain a safe and habitable environment within the shelter, reducing the risk of radiation exposure. Stockpiling essential supplies and resources within fallout shelters is vital for long-term survival. These supplies typically include food, water, medical kits, radiation detection devices, communication equipment, and other necessary provisions. Adequate stockpiling ensures that individuals have the resources needed to sustain themselves until it is safe to emerge from the shelter. Furthermore, the location of fallout shelters is crucial. Ideally, shelters should be situated underground or in sturdy structures that can withstand the impact of a nuclear blast. Accessible locations, such as community centers or designated public shelters, ensure that a larger number of people can seek refuge in a time of crisis. In conclusion, fallout shelters are the key to survival in case of a nuclear war. Their construction, design, ventilation systems, and stockpiling of essential supplies contribute to the safety and well-being of individuals during and after a nuclear attack. The availability of well-designed and strategically located fallout shelters is a critical factor in determining the safety of a nation and the survival of its population in the face of a nuclear war. Fallout shelters, essential supplies and resources for nuclear war survival. When considering the safety of a nation in the face of a nuclear war, the availability of well-equipped fallout shelters with essential supplies and resources becomes paramount. These provisions are crucial for sustaining life and ensuring survival during and after a nuclear attack. Food and water are primary necessities for survival. Adequate stockpiling of non-perishable food items, such as canned goods and dry goods, ensures a sufficient supply of sustenance within fallout shelters. It is essential to consider the nutritional value and long shelf life of the stored food. Access to clean and potable water is equally vital, and provisions for water storage and filtration systems should be made. Medical supplies and first aid kits are essential for addressing injuries and illnesses in the aftermath of a nuclear war. The supplies should include items such as bandages, antiseptics, medications, and medical equipment. Having a comprehensive medical kit within the fallout shelter helps individuals attend to their healthcare needs and provides a higher chance of survival. Communication devices enable contact with the outside world and coordination with emergency services. A working radio, preferably battery-powered or hand-cranked, allows individuals to stay informed about developments and receive instructions or updates. It is also crucial to include spare batteries or alternative power sources for communication devices. Personal protection gear, such as gas masks, gloves, and protective clothing, shields individuals from potential radiation exposure and other hazardous materials. These items create a barrier between the body and harmful substances, minimizing the risk of contamination and injury. Additional supplies to consider include sanitation and hygiene products, bedding, tools, and any necessary items for the specific needs of individuals and families. In conclusion, ensuring the safety of a nation in case of a nuclear war goes beyond the availability of fallout shelters. Equipping these shelters with essential supplies and resources is vital for long-term survival. Adequate provisions of food, water, medical supplies, communication devices, personal protection gear, and other necessary items increase the chances of individuals and communities withstanding the challenges of a nuclear war and emerging stronger in its aftermath. Fallout shelters, preparedness and emergency planning. When it comes to nuclear war, preparedness and emergency planning play a vital role in determining the safety of a nation. A key aspect of this preparedness is the establishment and utilization of fallout shelters, which serve as crucial structures for protection during and after a nuclear attack. Preparedness begins with comprehensive emergency planning. Nations must develop and implement well-thought-out strategies to effectively respond to a nuclear war scenario. This includes creating evacuation plans, establishing communication networks, and conducting drills to ensure individuals are familiar with safety protocols. Educating the public about emergency procedures is essential for minimizing panic and maximizing the chances of survival. Fallout shelters form the cornerstone of preparedness. These shelters should be strategically located and built to withstand the impact of a nuclear blast. Adequate shelter capacity is necessary to accommodate a significant portion of the population. It is essential to regularly maintain and inspect these shelters to ensure their functionality and readiness for use. Collaboration with emergency services and authorities is crucial in emergency planning. Coordinated efforts among government agencies, first responders, and community organizations facilitate effective response and resource allocation. Training programs and exercises should be conducted to enhance the skills and readiness of those involved in emergency operations. Furthermore, the availability of essential supplies within fallout shelters is paramount. Stockpiling food, water, medical supplies, and other necessary provisions ensures individuals have the resources to sustain themselves during the period of sheltering. Regularly reviewing and replenishing these supplies is essential to maintain their efficacy. In conclusion, preparedness and emergency planning are key factors in determining the safety of a nation in case of a nuclear war. Establishing and maintaining functional fallout shelters, along with comprehensive emergency strategies, are crucial for protecting the population. By prioritizing preparedness, conducting drills, and collaborating with emergency services, nations can enhance their ability to respond effectively to a nuclear war scenario and safeguard the well-being of their citizens. Fallout shelters. Conclusion. In the face of the looming threat of nuclear war, the presence and effectiveness of fallout shelters are crucial considerations in determining the safety of a nation. These shelters provide a lifeline for survival, offering protection from the devastating effects of a nuclear attack. Fallout shelters serve as fortified structures designed to shield individuals from the harmful radiation and fallout that follow a nuclear explosion. They are equipped with features such as reinforced walls, ventilation systems, and supplies to sustain life in a post-apocalyptic environment. The availability and accessibility of well-designed and strategically located fallout shelters significantly enhance the chances of survival for individuals and communities. However, it is important to note that while fallout shelters provide a level of protection, they cannot guarantee absolute safety in the event of a nuclear war. The destructive power and long-lasting consequences of such an event make prevention and disarmament efforts essential priorities. Comprehensive emergency planning, including evacuation strategies, communication networks, and collaboration with emergency services, is crucial for effective response and resource allocation during a nuclear war scenario. Stockpiling essential supplies and regularly maintaining and inspecting fallout shelters are equally important for ensuring their functionality and readiness. In conclusion, the presence of well-equipped fallout shelters and comprehensive emergency planning are key factors in determining the safety of a nation in case of a nuclear war. While fallout shelters offer a level of protection, prevention, diplomacy, and disarmament efforts remain fundamental in promoting global peace and security. By combining preparedness measures, international cooperation, and a commitment to peace, we can strive towards a world where the threat of nuclear war is eliminated, ensuring the safety and well-being of all nations and their citizens.